Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone.
Now Burrow on first down. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Here we go. Ready? Check. 11 empty. Take. 11 empty.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
I'm one, ready?
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 7. Burrow flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
T. Higgins was the intended target.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Play action. It's Fields.
Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Fields. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Burrow from his own end zone, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Here comes Cohen. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 1st down, a run with Cohen. Finding room to the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. This is Mixon on the draw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what do you try to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally, you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Working with a 2nd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow.
Open man is Uzama, but he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. On first down, Fields. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Ricardo Allen, former Falcon, in on the tackle. Second down and 8. Now Fields.
The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Let's go. Let's do it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll go option to the short side. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Check three.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Check 9.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead moves to 10-zip.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
To return it, Darius Phillips.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow flush to his right. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. An NFL update, second quarter now in Jacksonville. The Broncos have taken the early lead, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down.
And the Bears are very happy to have Tariq Cohen back for situations just like this. 150 catches combined in 2018 and 19, but hurt his knee in week 3 a year ago.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. On third down, a run with Cohen. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Being chased out left. And this will be caught by Mooney. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney His first touchdown of the new season as the Bears push further out in front. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener that makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. He gets this one to Boyd. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Here we go. 180.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down. Here's Burrow. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago.
Well, we knew that Darnell Mooney could absolutely fly, but he was only taken in the 5th round out of Tulane because of his size. He ended up being one of the better late-round picks in the NFL last year. 61 catches on the season. There's another one there, this time for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Fields.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cullen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. 7 yards there and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run on first down. Cohen, and he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Fields now to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, he finds his running back Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On first down, it's Cohen. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First target, first catch at a first down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now a first down throw, Fields. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete.
give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Fields. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Come on, now, come on. Check right. Watch it,
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cohen.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Here's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year.
And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by
by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this third step.
And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
That is caught by Cohen. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. The big fella. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and they're rumbling.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late 4th quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Connecting with Bird.
Fights loose. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points. Defense held them. And lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Bengals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more.